Good morning. Today, I would like to discuss about Prevention of Corruption Act. What all are the main area uh, in which we have to concentrate to get an acquittal? Prevention of corruption cases been periodically amended, and social engineering laws, when you come across jurisprudence classes, you would have noticed that social engineering statutes, because of there is social reformation, social changes, the laws are being enacted like Information Technology Act, Cyber Crime laws, so many things. Like that, the some judgments are a social engineering judgment because high pressure among the public, mass agitation, purport like Nirbhaya case, and so many bakery case, murder cases like that. Prevention of corruption cases also, if the chief minister or prime minister says that this should be curbed, then immediately the judgment will flow. But in this given case, Supreme Court also stood on the line to convict, despite the heavy effort of defense counsel in defending his case. This is AR 2020, Supreme Court 1797, Vinod Kumar Garg versus State Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi. Prevention of Corruption, Section 7, 13, 20, illegal gratification has been discussed. The main aspect I would like to draw your attention was actually for a electricity connection, he demanded a bribe that was proved. That government employee was convicted for 1.5 year punishment with 1,000 rupees fine. Appeal was also disallowed, then Supreme Court also confirmed the same. Actually, the defense version was there was a material contradictions between Nandalal PW2, Punch witness Hemant Kumar and Nandalal. Then the process of investigation, washing, where washed, how it was washed, and investigating officer himself has admitted certain facts that there are lapses on the part of investigation. Then they say the sanction was also attacked. Sanction was not proper by application of mind. But that all has been answered against him. The the Supreme Court says law, paisa law, come give money. That area since proved whether it was given inside the shop, outside the shop, they have not appreciated that in favor of the appellant. But huge efforts were given by the defense counsel. So therefore, you go through the entire judgment and you go with the defense counsel's way of disproving the prosecution case, because several aspects he has brought to the notice of the court the latches about the investigating officer, the possibility of fabricating evidences. But there was no suggestion that why he was implicated, with what motive. That did not come to rescue of the appellant. Therefore, conviction was given. And particularly after going through the process, penalty, when test process, and the bag containing hand wash procedures, all have been discussed. These all are most important in gratification case. Then they have discussed about Section 20. Section 20 deals with the presumption where public servant accept gratification other than legal remuneration. 1, 2 are there. And finally, third, you have to concentrate. Section 20, third, for defense, notwithstanding anything contained in Section 1 and 2, the court may decline to draw presumption referred to in either of the said subsection if the gratification or thing aforesaid is, in his opinion, so trivial that no inference of corruption may fairly be drawn. So that you should be coming to the rescue, the Deepavali bonus gift like that. Some cases has been decided. Then important aspect was section 313 CRPC answer of the delinquent, namely the accused. The Supreme Court has said under 313 question, the appellant only accepted his arrest, but he did not respond to several questions, except stating that PW2 and PW3 not supported the prosecution case. That may not be his 313 question. Whether supports or not supports, that is totally different. So that shows that there is winning over of the witnesses. But Supreme Court did not say that. Out of my experience, I have said that. Then the competent authority, the sanctioning authority, evidence, it was cross-examined deeply because the sanctioning authority admits that he did not receive 161 CRPC statement only on the basis of report of the IO and calendars, and also oral and documentary evidence. He has granted sanction. That was also accepted. Thereafter, though there is a contemplation that the assistant commissioner, assistant commissioner or deputy commissioner, DSP should investigate. Investigating officer was the inspector, but the Supreme Court says there is no prejudice for this departmental latches. Then kindly go through paragraph 18, wherein what all are the provisions for, what all are the conditions for valid sanction. They have said 14 to 7 grounds that you have to go through independently to understand what is the sanction. Then they have discussed about Tishering Bhutia versus State of Sikkim, and section 17 of the Act says it should be conducted by the by officer rank of Deputy Superintendent of Police or equal. Here investigation officer, I was inspector. Then I would like to read what all are the necessary ingredients for grant of sanction. Prosecution must prove valid sanction. Sanctioning authority has satisfied that a case for sanction is made out. Then sanctioner may expressly show that the sanctioner has perused and material placed before it. Then he has satisfied to arrive on perusal and material to grant sanction. Grant of sanction is only an administrative function, and sanctioning authority is required to prima facie reach satisfaction. The adequacy of material placed before the sanction cannot be gone into by court as it does not sit appeal over the sanction order. That is also there. If suppose some of the records perused by him has not been placed before the court, then they say it is not vitiate the grant of sanction. Then they say about why the sanction was there only to give protection to the public servant. This has been AAR 2013-8 SCC 119 State of Maharashtra versus Mahesh G. Jain case was discussed. All these things, but I could not see the defense, the appellant before the Supreme Court has given any citations about a non-conduction of the investigation by the conferred officer, namely the Deputy Superintendent of Police. Therefore, the cases ended. The appeal was dismissed. Sentence was confirmed. It's a thing you have to go through. Kindly go through the judgment. If you want any doubt, kindly contact me through phone. My phone number is 9444 924. You are welcome at any time. Best wishes.